What is up, everybody, and welcome to this star-studded, it's not, it's me in the studio, and I can't even be bothered to set up the proper studio. I'm still being lazy and filming without the proper studio, which I must do. Anyway, we are here to celebrate 2022, and if you've not seen any of these awards that we do, how this works is I put up some polls in the FORDY RUNS Running Community, which is a Facebook running group. You can join that, it's free, anybody's welcome in there. You don't have to be a club member or anything like that. But I put up some polls in there, and I let you guys decide effectively in each of the categories who the winner is. It's got nothing to do with me. I let you guys decide. Obviously, I've got my own opinions, but I let you guys decide. And I think these are probably the only real awards out there that are voted for by real runners, everyday runners, the actual consumer out there, the people who sign up for the events, who pay their hard-earned money, right, for running shoes, for products. These are the real runners out there, and that's why I think these awards stand out versus anything else out there. Nobody's getting, you know, we're not getting sponsored to make this video. No one's, you know, we're not selling tables to come to an event and all this sort of stuff. This is real runners voting for this stuff, and that's why I think these awards are so important. That's why I've kept them going over the years. But if you are a sponsor and you do want to sponsor this, just let me know. Email hello@fordyruns.com. But yeah, so anyway, with that out of the way, let's get into the awards. Okay, so our first award was the favourite race medal. Now, it's really important to the guys in the FORDY RUNS Running Community, and I think runners in general is the bling. Now, you have to bear in mind that a lot of the runners in the FORDY RUNS Running Community are from the UK, so that's why you'll see that the results are what they are. But we do like a bit of bling. We have a Medal Monday and all that kind of stuff. So they've been voting in their thousands, and the winner is the London Marathon. It's no surprise, the London Marathon medal came out on top, but the second place medal was the London Landmarks medal. Now, I'm going to give a shout out to London Landmarks half, because they really spent some time and effort into coming up with their medals. We've had St Paul's, did we have the London Eye? I may be wrong, but they do stuff, funnily enough, the landmarks around London, and they form the medals, and they're really, really cool. So I really recommend, if you love your medals, get along to the London Landmarks half. Okay, next up is favourite running clothing brand, apparel, as it's called somewhere. There was loads. And thank you by the way, to everybody in the FORDY RUNS Running Community who wrote down 40 runs. We obviously do merch, but we're not a running clothing company. Although, I wouldn't mind doing that, it'd be pretty awesome. But anyway, the winner, again, no real surprise here, although I don't agree with it. And that is Nike. But second place was Tickaboo. I've got to give a shout out to Tickaboo, because they make we have done in the past, some FORDY RUNS leggings, and the ladies really, really love them. But Nike came out on top. Now, I'm not a big fan of Nike. I think it's overpriced, and it's, you know, it's nothing special. I think there's better out there. But Nike won it, so well done, Nike, or our favourite running clothing brand of 2022. Okay, next up, this is an important one if you're doing a marathon next year, or half marathon, is fueling and hydration. We had some interesting brands come out, but the one that came out on top was High Five. Now, High Five beat Tailwind. Tailwind won this last year, but in terms of hydration and fueling, High Five came out on top. I have found myself using High Five, the tablets, to hydrate after runs. I just basically use whatever's come through the post. But I've been using them and they've been just fine. So, well done, High Five. You're our top hydration and fueling product of 2022. Right, our next award is Best Running Shoe Retailer. Again, this is UK-centric. The winner was sportsshoes.com. We are big fans of Start Fitness here on FORDY RUNS, and my vote would have gone there. You can get 10% off Start Fitness using the code FORDY RUNS. But the guys have been voting for sportsshoes.com. Obviously, they provide a good service and they're relatively competitive. But yeah, so for me personally, I would recommend Start Fitness, but the guys, in fairness to them, again, this is where it's impartial, people. That's why it's a good point to prove. They've gone for sportsshoes.com, so congratulations to them. Right, next up, my favourite one, Best Running Shoe Brand of 2022. Now, the big news is here, this has been a change, significant change, because over the last few years, the guys in the FORDY RUNS Running Community have always voted for Brooks. But this year, they've got a new one. And the winner this year, pleased to say, is Saucony. Yeah, Saucony have beaten Brooks. Now, that's not that I dislike Brooks. I wish Brooks would do more awesome stuff, but it's really good to see that Saucony have got the recognition from the everyday runner, coming out with these awesome shoes like the Speed 3, Pro 3, Ride, and all this sort of stuff. It shows that it is working, Saucony, so well done. You're our favourite running shoe brand of 2022. Okay, so staying on the theme of running shoes, the next one, or the next category, is the best running shoe of 2022, and I've got the results here. The winner, again, no real surprise, the Saucony Endorphin Speed. An incredible shoe, people. You know how much I love the Speed 3. Versatile, can literally do everything. But that is our favourite running shoe of 2022. Okay, our last sort of sector, let's call it, is about races and events. And we'll start with the worst race. Now, again, these are very UK-centric, people, so if you're in Peru or wherever you're watching this, apologies, let us know in the comments. Your favourite races. So the vote for the worst race was the Big Half in London. Now, I can't stand that race as well, so I understand why the guys have voted for it. It's dull, GPS goes out when you go under the tunnel, you've got the cobbles, it's just a real pain in the rear end. It's not a great run. The only good thing it does is if you're doing the London Marathon, it offers an opportunity to do a sort of big race before the London Marathon. But yeah, I totally agree with you guys. The worst race of 2022 is the Big Half. Okay, next up is the best 10K of 2022, and the guys voted for the Vitality 10K in London. Now, that's a superb race through the streets of London. Now, I particularly enjoy that because they do on the Sunday, because that race takes place on the Monday, a kids race. Now, I did it this year with the girls, and they absolutely loved it, and we'll be back in 2023 to do that race. But that is our favourite 10K of the year, the Vitality 10,000. Right, so our second to last category was the the best half marathon of the year. This was quite close, actually. The one that came out on top was the Great North Run, which is one of my favourite races. But second place was also another favourite of mine, and that was the London Landmarks half. But the winner of the favourite half of 2022 is the Great North Run. And finally, our favourite marathon of 2022, no surprise, was the London Marathon. But there were some interesting ones that came in there. We had Amsterdam, Chicago was in there. What was the other one? There was another one, I can't remember what it was. But there were some other Berlin. So there were some different ones in there. But London came out on top. London is a special race, and it wins every year in this category. But yeah, that was our winner of the favourite 2022 marathon. So there we go, guys. That's our running awards of 2022. We avoided this year technology and stuff like that because it's pretty much the same old stuff. Garmin usually wins that because Coros watches just, you know, they ain't what they are. You've got headphones are usually aftershocks, stuff like that. So it's pretty much the same things every year. So we've kind of narrowed it down. And hopefully that's helped you in terms of some of the choices you're going to be making in the new year. And hopefully if you're one of those brands or races or whatever that's watching this, you hear the feedback from, say, the 40 Runs Running Community, which are everyday runners, real people who spend their hard-earned money on these things. So that's it from me, guys. All I can do is wish you all the best for 2023, and I'll catch you later.